Welcome back. It's the middle of the week. We are winding down on our caregiving talk. My name is Sophia Antoine, your host of Serenity Before Sunrise, the time we spend in the morning doing some journaling and motivation to get you through your day with a clear head and a clear heart. All right? I want you focused and ready to go. And the best way to do that I've found is to get all of your thoughts down on paper. Actually be connected to these thoughts, get them out, and you can work with them from there. So why is journaling so important? And I've not touched on this in a while. If you know, I'm sure the vets know, so they're shouting it out. But for the people who are just joining me, let me tell you this. Journaling can break generational curses. Journaling can free kids, grandkids, great-grandkids from things that you were entrapped by, and they won't even have to go through it because they have your blueprint. They have your DNA, so they are susceptible to doing some of the same things you've done. So they need your secrets to success. How can you do that? By starting a journal. Write down everything and anything you can think of that you have gone through, that has plagued you, that has given you pause, anything like that. Write it down because they will cherish those memories, especially if they're handwritten. I am an advocate of handwriting your journal simply because it gives people a closer connection to you. And in our topic that's coming up in a couple weeks, we're going to talk about trust, and we're going to talk about the ability to be connected and dependable and all those good things. So I have more in store. Announcements coming soon. So today we are going to talk about sensitivity and how it does not suit you in the realm of caregiving. Not the sensitivity that you may think I'm talking about, meaning being sensitive to the person who is ill, but not internalizing the things that are done or the things that are said on your caregiving journey. And I learned this the hard way. Trust me when I tell you. Because nobody was there to tell me. Nobody was there to walk me through it. So I learned it the hard way, and I'm trying to make it easier for you. Because that's what coaches do, right? Don't mind me, I'm being silly. I'm silly. But it's difficult for the person that's ill and needs care because they were, for all intents and purposes, healthy and able to do stuff for themselves. Now they have to be dependent upon someone else or a few people if you're able to if you have the time to get a tribe together, your community, to help you care for this person, right? So imagine just going from being well and able to do things for themselves to now probably not so much, or things are changing, things have changed or are drastically different. I understand that. So not only are they different for you because you're used to having more help around the house maybe, or someone else going to work, and it does take a while before disability kicks in if it's that serious, or even short-term disability or long-term disability through your job. It takes a while for that money to be coming in, and it's not as much as you were bringing in before. So then you're worried about bills, you're worried about children, you're worried about carpool, you're worried about so many things. Both of you are in a quandary. Both of you are in a different space. And there will be times when you get a hot head and say things or do things that you don't really mean. So do your best not to internalize those things. It's not on purpose. It's just from the frustration that the change has brought about. Okay? So please be very aware of the things that you're saying. Think before you speak and really consider the other person. Try not to be as sensitive as you would if this person was well or wasn't going through an emotional or a physical change. So you're both suffering in some form or fashion. Be kind to each other. Let's see. Chronic illness or any type of illness is a long and winding road. It does require recovery, both physically as well as mentally. So, as it says in Amos 3:3 in the Bible, can two travel together unless they agree? You have to make up your mind that you guys are going to be on the same page. You are traveling this road together. And the only way you're going to get there together, fully intact, is if you work together. So the key part is fully intact. You may get there, but you want to get there together and in a good place with each other. And don't be discouraged very long, because you will get discouraged, but don't be discouraged very long if sometimes there's an argument or something like that. It happens. You'll disagree about care and what you think is best and a whole bunch of different things. But come back together and talk about it. Talk about your feelings about it. Talk about the changes. It's very necessary. So your answer may be yes to can two walk together unless they agree, but it's much more enjoyable if you laugh often, forgive often, and live like today is all you have, because one day, today is going to be all you have. All right? My husband and I had some good times while he was really, really sick. They could have been better, but we did the best we could to get through our situation. And I want you and your loved one to do the same. So today's prompt is, how can you remind yourself not to take things that are said or done too seriously or take them to heart? Because you just have to think, if this person was well or in a better space, would they have said this or would they have done this? Or it could be, a lot of times people who end up with a chronic illness, they suffer from depression. If you're caring for an adult, even when you're caring for your parent, I can tell you when I was caring for my dad, oh my gosh, we got into so many arguments because I wanted him to be autonomous as much as he can. And men have a way of not realizing that they're no longer Superman. My dad was definitely my Superman. My husband, definitely my Superman. And it's hard for you to watch them decline only to come back, but it's a difficult thing to go through. So prepare yourself mentally and physically and emotionally for whatever may happen, but just be kind to each other in the interim. So I'm asking that if you need assistance, please do get the Caregiver Starter Kit. You can go to bit.ly/connectwithcoach. It's right overhead. Or you can text the word Serenity, SERENITY, to 844-231-2087, and I'll be in contact with you. Feel free to reach out to me anytime. Give me some time to respond, because remember, I do work full time, right? So I want this to be easy as possible transition for you, because it's not always easy. But let me know what I can do to help, and I'm always there for some kind words and motivation. In the interim, until we get back together again, go ahead and drink your water, take your vitamins, and